Matthew chapter 6, verse 33 is really good. It says, "Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you." That's the things you're concerned about. And really, that's the forefront of everything. So that's why I say kingdom seeking. And the kingdom of God is huge. Lots of believers everywhere. In fact, I met a good bunch of believers today, and it's really awesome talking with them. I've been talking about nothing's impossible with God. I think a lot of us don't test God, and we still don't test him. You got to test God, man. Get out there and test God. It's God to do the work, not you. So ask him. Ask him for the impossible. Come on, guys. We can do this. So ask him, because he's going to want you to do some impossible things. But if you are not even sure that God can do the impossible, then how are you going to listen to him when he tells you to do something impossible? So taste and see that the Lord is good, all right? We're going to go into talking about Aquaman. Do that. I'm going to just pop this up right now. So Aquaman at the box office is killing it. As you can see here. I haven't seen it. I haven't paid to see it at the box office. I probably won't until they release the Snyder cut, which is what it is. But Aquaman killing at the box office. Past Man of Steel, in terms of its grossing. I think it's in its 4th week now, 5th week. I can't remember which one. And it's going to pass 300 million soon. And it's killing it. I mean, it's a $1,036,815,619. So it's going past a couple movies well, in terms of billion-dollar movies now. And it's getting into the position where it's possible that it can be had, well, more than likely it will be, the highest grossing DC movie ever. So we're looking forward to that milestone when it passes. But it is the highest grossing DC movie, period. And not comic book movie, period, but DC movie, period, of all time when it comes to its international box office. Now, anyway, that leads me to the next thing I want to talk to you guys about. But before I do that, Aquaman actually was veered away from Joss Whedon's Justice League movie. And I did look at it. I did see that it was more like a Zack Snyder kind of movie. Even the action was kind of Zack Snyder-ish. And this article by Screen Rant, which was done by Derek Stolfa, sort of breaks it down. So basically, this quotation by, who was it? Neil Daly, or Neil Daly. He's the guy that says this about Aquaman. We could have gotten a whole movie about Aquaman basically fawning over Mira the whole time and making all kinds of dirty jokes and things like that. And they really had to get away from that, which is all what Whedon had done. So Snyder did a little bit of an influence on Aquaman. James Wan was showing Zack Snyder against the studio's wishes cuts of the movie and early screen testings and storyboards to make sure they were on the same page with what he originally wanted, and Snyder gave his blessing of approval, bringing it back to what he wanted all along. So that's what Daly said. I'm not sure. I don't know who Daly is, to be honest with you. He says he's an actor, works on Aquaman. What I would say, though, is that it's interesting that Aquaman is kind of closer to Zack Snyder's sort of movie. It's got that kind of Zack Snyder epic feel and everything. Justice League just didn't. So, that's curious. So that means that Zack Snyder had influence on Aquaman, and again had influence on its impact and how successful it was. That's pretty much what they're basically saying there. Now, in terms of Zack Snyder's original Justice League plans, in this Tree of Life sort of setup, Screen Rant tries to propose some, Stephen M. Colbert tries to propose some possible explanations for it. Superman's at the spot of Keter, aka the crown, which partly signifies he exists half in human system, half in divine. So there he is right there. Notice that's the Man of Steel reference as well. Next, Aquaman. Including his trident and seven-pointed crown, Aquaman's symbol exists inside a hexagon at the top of the utmost right pillar of the tree. The node for Chochma. This is the place of wisdom, but at the rightmost pillar is also the male pillar, the embodiment of primal male energy. Each of the nodes in the tree of life can be associated with a planet. Chochma is fittingly Neptune, which gets its name from the Roman god of the sea. Neptune, or Poseidon, is king of the seas, so that makes sense that Aquaman is there. And you can see Aquaman right here. Neptune. There. All right, let's keep moving. Wonder Woman, also depicted with a hexagon at the top of the leftmost feminine pillar, is Wonder Woman. She's associated with the image of eagle carrying a sword. Zeus, her father, is often associated with an eagle and it's incorporated into a costume, so it's fitting. Her node is Bina, which is characterized by understanding, wisdom. That's the female pillar. That's the male pillar. All right. Cyborg is depicted with a pentagon as a human meta, not a hexagon like the ancient being like Wonder Woman or Aquaman. Since this tree of life is missing a row, it's not clear what node Cyborg is supposed to be associated with. Chesed, which is related to mercy, or Nezak, representing victory. Between Cyborg and Aquaman is a chain with a broken link. One possible meaning for this is that both these characters are broken and existed outside of their own people. Aquaman's a half-breed that doesn't belong in Atlantis or man, and Cyborg's a half-human, half-machine. Cyborg is a book of what appears to be mother boxes of flame above it. With Cyborg's access to the universe's knowledge, the book and mother boxes certainly make sense, but there may be more meaning here, especially with the flame. If you look here, there's a flame. You see a dark mother box, light. Cyborg, okay? Let's keep it moving. Flash's symbol is also a pentagon, which takes the place of either Gebura, which is power, strength, and courage, or HUD, which is intellectual and emotional energy. The Flash and Wonder Woman have a DNA strand connecting them, but Flash also has an hourglass and a cycle with a Sith All right, so that sucks. I gotta try and do this all over.